Many of the problems married couples face today are simply a result of feeling and expressing love in different ways. Learning the different love languages will improve communication in your relationship, thus boosting the emotional well-being of both you and your partner. In the following summary, we will discover how people express love, and how to recognize your and your partner's love language. Love is a fundamental human need that affects your emotional well-being. When thinking about love, it's important not to get caught up in its numerous definitions. Focus on the type of love that is crucial for your emotional health. While we use love in various contexts, such as when referring to objects, activities, or emotional connections, it's essential to consider the romantic aspect of love. To understand what love means to you, examine the sources of your emotional fulfillment, as the need to be loved and appreciated is deeply rooted in human nature. Child psychologists have shown that all children have emotional needs, and neglecting these needs can lead to emotional instability. The most important needs are love and affection. Love is undeniably important, and you can measure it by paying attention to your love tank. Just as a car needs gas to run, you need love to function. If your need for love and affection isn't met, your love tank will be empty. Keeping your love tank full is crucial for a healthy marriage, as all strong marriages require this emotional fuel. For instance, the author has a client who believes that financial gain and material possessions can't make up for an empty love tank. In his view, a luxurious lifestyle can't replace the need for love and affection. Relationships change as the joy of falling in love fades, and communication is the only solution. You've probably noticed new experts and books claiming to know the secret to lasting marriages. Yet, many couples struggle to maintain love beyond the honeymoon phase when the initial euphoria of falling in love starts to fade. This raises questions about how being in love affects us. Being in love can make us see the world through rose-colored glasses. In the early stages of a relationship, we experience the in-love phenomenon, an intense, instinctual part of love linked to our primal urge to reproduce. However, this phase can interfere with our judgment. Psychologist Dorothy Tenev studied the in-love phenomenon extensively, finding that most romantic relationships only lasted about 2 years. This is because, as the initial excitement decreases, reality begins to set in. To navigate this transition, couples must create an emotional environment that helps them work through differences and meet each other's emotional needs. Effective communication is the first step, as the short-lived in-love experience can't meet our emotional needs. Real love is a conscious choice involving a different attitude and a new way of thinking. It's all about defining your expectations for the marriage, and how you share them with and receive them from your partner. People feel and express love differently, and understanding your partner's love language is key to a long-lasting relationship. Language means more than just words, it includes body language and tone of voice. Similarly, the language of love is complicated. People perceive love differently and use distinct words and actions to express it, essentially speaking different love languages. Understanding how love is expressed in various ways can help build a strong, happy relationship. This requires couples to invest time in discovering each other's love language. It's a worthwhile effort because it's the surest path to filling your partner's love tank, a tool that enhances your relationship and supports both of you. Even long-term partners can experience misunderstandings. This often happens because one partner misinterprets the other's love language. Despite sharing many common habits, partners frequently feel and express love differently, and it's uncommon for a person's love language to precisely match their partner's. Understanding your partner's love language is essential for a successful relationship. Positive, uplifting words of affirmation are a powerful way to express love. Did you know about the Greek philosopher Xenophon, a student of Socrates? While not widely known, he said something enduring: praise is the sweetest of all sounds. Words of admiration, praise, and encouragement are incredibly sweet. This concept underlies the love language known as words of affirmation. To speak this language, you have to offer verbal compliments. Keep it simple and sincere. Kind and humble words are key in the language of words of affirmation. For example, you can tell your partner they look fantastic in a new outfit, appreciate their childcare skills, or express gratitude for their sense of humor. Also, you can expand your vocabulary by writing down affirming words you encounter in newspapers, magazines, on TV, or during conversations with friends. It's important to note that words of affirmation can also be used for making requests. However, when requests sound like demands, they can deflate intimacy and push your partner away. So, ensure your words are interpreted as requests, providing guidance rather than issuing ultimatums. For instance, a woman visited the author's office, frustrated that her husband hadn't painted their bedroom despite her requests over 9 months. The author advised her to stop mentioning the painting and instead compliment her husband every time he did something she liked. She was skeptical but followed the advice, and within just 3 weeks, she reported success. The key was realizing that giving verbal compliments is a far more effective motivator than making biting criticisms. Spend quality time with your partner. The essence of this language is undivided attention. Simply being in the same room isn't enough. Quality time requires focusing solely on your partner, even when distractions arise. Spending quality time together is a fundamental way for both of you to feel loved, respected, and appreciated. It's important to note that many married couples mistake proximity for quality time. For example, watching a football game or browsing the internet while chatting with your partner doesn't provide the quality attention they need. So, what exactly is quality time? It can be either quality conversations or quality activities. Quality activities are things that one or both people genuinely want to do. It's less about the activity itself and more about the opportunity to express love for each other. Additionally, sharing common activities creates memories for the future, such as taking a walk in the park, gardening, attending a show, or cooking a meal together. For instance, Emily enjoys exploring bookstores to find her next great read. Her husband, Jeff, isn't as passionate about literature but joins her in this activity. He even assists her in finding books she might like. Emily has learned to recognize when Jeff's patience is wearing thin, ensuring their outings remain enjoyable. Consequently, Jeff is happy to pay for the books Emily chooses. Surprising your partner with regular presents, regardless of their monetary value, is a great way to show affection. Across different cultures, from the ancient Mayans to modern Eskimos in the northern tundra, the act of giving gifts is an integral part of marriage. Understanding the love language of receiving gifts is essential, considering the significance of gift-giving in marriages. If your partner's primary love language is receiving gifts, every gift you give them will be a heartfelt expression of love. Gifts are physical representations of love, tangibly conveying one person's affection for another. When choosing gifts, take note of what has brought your partner excitement or joy over the years, whether the gifts were from you or others. You can also seek advice from friends and family to ensure thoughtful choices. Keep in mind that for those who speak the love language of receiving gifts, the monetary value is not the primary focus. The value lies in the entire process, from the idea of giving a gift, to the effort in obtaining or creating it, and finally, the gesture of presenting this symbol of love to your partner. For example, John used to give gifts to his wife, Kate, but stopped after they got married, causing problems since Kate's primary love language was receiving gifts. She began feeling emotionally neglected. John's reason for stopping was the cost, but the author clarified that the monetary value of the gifts is insignificant. John resumed showering Kate with small, meaningful gifts, which not only reversed her feelings of neglect but also provided an easy way for him to express his love. Doing useful things for your partner is a common way to express love. A common way to express love is by performing helpful acts for your partner. If your partner often wishes you would take care of post-dinner cleanup, handle the trash, or wash the car, their primary love language might be acts of service. But how can you maintain this language? The most effective approach is to intentionally do things that you know your partner would appreciate. These acts of service could include tasks like vacuuming, handling bills, grocery shopping, assisting with the children's schoolwork, or taking the dog to the vet. However, just as you can't demand love, you can't demand acts of service from your partner, and vice versa. For these acts to genuinely reflect your love, they must be voluntary. Instead of asking what your partner can do for you, consider asking what you can do for your partner. It's essential to recognize that asking this question may require reevaluating and possibly adjusting your perspective on traditional gender roles. Running a household and caring for children should not be solely viewed as tasks for women. To understand acts of service, you must decide for yourself what responsibilities you have, regardless of stereotypes. Consider the example of Mark, raised in a family where his father never participated in household chores, viewing them as women's work. However, Mark understood the importance of assisting his wife, Mary, with household tasks. He let go of gendered stereotypes, which conveyed love and respect to his wife, and allowed him to overcome preconceived notions about his own behavior. Physical touch is a powerful way to show your love. Research shows that babies who receive caresses, hugs, and kisses tend to have healthier emotional lives. It's no surprise that physical touch is the primary love language for some individuals. If physical touch is your partner's primary love language, you can convey your love through gestures like holding hands, kissing, hugging, and sexual intimacy. These actions can easily be integrated into everyday life, whether you're at a shop or heading to the movies. Even simple gestures like hugging and kissing in the presence of others can make your partner feel especially appreciated. For instance, consider Jocelyn Green, who is married to a military man. Despite their physical separation, she has found ways to stay connected while he's overseas. If you and your partner spend time apart, find ways to maintain that sense of closeness, such as wearing one of your partner's old shirts during video calls or sending them pictures. When you're physically together, you can explore new ways of touching your partner and seek feedback on what is pleasurable for them. Remember that your partner is the best source for understanding what feels good to them. Both individuals in a relationship should invest time in learning how to touch and please each other. Exploring techniques like massage and sexual techniques can be helpful. It's also vital to understand the subtler forms of physical contact that fill your partner's love tank. Experiment with different levels of pressure and touch. What is considered appropriate or inappropriate should be determined by you and your partner. Identifying your primary love language is a straightforward process. Here's how to do it. First, consider what you most frequently request or desire from your partner. The things you ask for the most are likely what you find emotionally fulfilling and indicative of your primary love language. Think about what makes you feel truly appreciated, such as spending time together or receiving praise. Second, reflect on your past experiences in relationships. Think about what your partners have failed to do for you in the past. Painful relationship experiences can guide you in finding your love language. Third, your upbringing also plays a significant role in developing your love language. Reflect on how your parents made you feel loved or unloved during your upbringing. These memories can offer insights into the love language you speak. For example, Ella discovered that her primary love language is receiving gifts by reflecting on a negative childhood experience. She recalled a Christmas morning when her older brother gave her a thoughtless and found item as a gift. This memory of emotional pain helped her realize how important receiving gifts was to her. Once you've identified your primary love language, use this knowledge to improve your relationship. Effective communication, based on your love languages, is crucial for building and maintaining a strong, loving connection with your partner. That's it for now. This summary was presented for you by Curious Mind Habits. If you enjoyed this summary, make sure to hit that subscribe button right down below and don't forget to turn on the notification bell as well. Your support means a lot for us, and every like, comment, and share fuels our passion for creating high-quality audio summaries. Thank you for being with us. Keep learning, keep growing, and stay curious.